1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 1 year of Travato ownership, 30,000 miles, 28 states, one amazing year. Today I share with you 1 year of ownership, the good, the bad. Thanks for tuning in today. My name is Scott. I am your host. Welcome to Go Small, Live Large. We are a YouTube channel and a growing family of people that are interested in the places we visit in the Travato RV lifestyle, working as a digital nomad, full-time corporate job, and the people we meet along the way. If you get anything out of this video, I sure would appreciate a thumb up. That helps others find the channel, find the information. And if you have a comment or a question, please shoot that over. Let's get into it. So let's start with the good things. The good thing is, bought a Winnebago. #1 selling Class B camper van in North America, certainly the United States. And I bought for brand, reputation, presumed quality. And I gotta tell you, Winnebago has just knocked it out of the park on all three of those. And I can't tell you how much fun it is to tell people I live in a Winnebago, and I take them to the parking lot and I show them the Winnebago, and they're like, but where's the RV? So way to go, Winnebago. More good, choosing a really awesome RV dealer. I purchased my Winnebago, this is Lily, her name, from Winnebago Motorhomes in Rockford, Illinois, from Mick, and a family-owned 51-year-old Winnebago only dealership. Priced out a number of folks. I wasn't really buying price as much as I was just that family atmosphere and really helping out. So the good was choosing a Winnebago from a really good family-oriented Winnebago dealer. That is Volta, Pure 3 lithium energy pack. Though I don't know any differently from a traditional RV generator, which is under the chassis, this I can tell you is a game changer. I have complete 110 volt AC alternating current power wherever I go. Luke, what you doing, Luke? Wherever I go. So the Volta system, just a home run altogether, fuss-free, and it has just been the best thing. Volta, thank you. Big part of the good list. Another great thing about this rig is that it is fully self-contained, start to finish, running hot and cold water, furnace, air conditioning, freezer, fridge, sleeps up to 4 people, and you can boondock from anywhere from 2 to 5 days, I've found, depending on how you manage your resources. And in most cases, it is the capacity of the water and waste tanks that's the challenge, not the electricity. I make my own electricity as I go around. So good is, it is a fully self-contained 21-foot camper van that goes literally almost anywhere. Continuing with the list of good, 4-room floor plan. Can't tell you what a game changer this is. This is the front lounge, quite obviously. Makes into a bed to sleep up to 2 people. Cab's feet spin around. Table extends out. So this is a dinette, a bedroom, a workstation, a gathering place, and it is the most amazing place. That's room #1. Room #2 is the galley. Huge galley. Cabinets, huge fridge and freezer, microwave. Room #2. Room #3 is the bedroom, which also doubles as garage storage. The Murphy bed lays down, as you probably are aware, and it's about a full-size bed. And when you're not sleeping, you put this up and you have this lovely hallway. Garage storage, room #3. Room #4 is, yes, the toilet, the sink, and the shower. Also doubles as cat litter box storage place. The bathroom is just one of the most fun spaces, it's weird to say, for me to use because I take a shower in here all the time. Room number 4, a functioning real bathroom. Another thing that's good, actually great about this system, gasoline. Ram ProMaster comes with a 6-cylinder gasoline engine, and gasoline matters because it's cheap, it's plentiful, no fussy fluids, no fancy oil changes. Cheapest price I've paid is about $2 a gallon. For gasoline, diesel is always more expensive. The oil change in this thing is $25 to $35. You drive right in. So when you get tired of sitting at your cubicle, as it were, the great thing about the Travato is this stand-up desk. Yes, the galley does double duty as a stand-up desk. The measurement from floor to top of the counter is 37.5 inches, which is perfect. Which for me, and I'm 5'11", or 5'10" rather, 5'11" with cowboy boots on, is perfect typing height for doing work at your standing desk. Another good about the Travato is garage storage, available in the 59G floor plan. This, from this point right here, all the way to the back, is just about 4 feet long and about, let's call it a functional 24 inches wide. And it's about, what do you call that? 26 inches to the bottom of the bed. It's a cavernous space to store your gear, your stuff. I store my grill, I store my gym bag, I store the litter box. Usually at night, that's where it goes. And it is just so nice to have that available space and a hallway inside the Travato. And this is just great because you can have the doors open. Not really available at some of the other floor plans, even offered in the Travato. The K, your commode would be hanging out. Some people don't mind, I guess. I probably would, so I wouldn't do this, and I love this feature. The thing that's great about the Travato is the little bits of space that you can store things or have some fun with. This is the extra build out from the wall. Cubby space here, places for key hooks. This is the new addition. Command hook here that I put my work bag on. At night it gets moved to the front. Just little, again, bits of storage space that you wouldn't necessarily think of. Even places for plants. You gotta use every little bit of space, and there is plenty of little tiny cubbies inside the Travato. Even place for John Wayne. So another thing that's great about the Travato is the windshield blind system. This was an option when I bought mine in 2018, which was a 19 model year. I didn't see on the specs if this is included yet, so if you don't get this standard, get this option. Look at this. They clip in. Super simple. This pulls up. And you hide the, sorry for the back, and you hide the nasty view from the RV part. Love this. Not only for privacy, but for blocking the sun. Get that feature. It's an awesome feature. Awning style windows. You got to get these. It's still an option. Expensive, maybe. Terrific, absolutely. The amount of space, light, and more view that comes in is just undeniably so much better than the sliding window situation. And these will allow you to have the windows open, enjoying fresh breeze if it is raining out. You do need to be careful. It is acrylic, so it will scratch pretty easily. But my advice, get these windows. Now this might be controversial to some, and that is, I love my Travato. The good is because it has propane and electric. The beauty I found with the propane is it's super plentiful, super inexpensive, and it's so much more efficient to heat with the propane than it is with the electric. Even if you're plugged in, And certainly if you're on the lithium battery pack power, the lithium battery pack will last just barely through the night to heat the coach. I'm using the electric heat, and even when plugged in, the electric heat is not nearly as hot as the propane. So I am glad my Travato comes with electric and propane as a heat source. Plus, for cooking. I like cooking on gas. Don't you? And as I alluded to earlier, one of the great things about RVing is you can take your pets, and that includes a litter box. There's plenty of room in a Travato for you and your pets. I know one family in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Tab and family, one mom, one dad, one daughter, 2 dogs in this space. So it can be done. Take your pets with you. Loved that Luke is joining me full-time in the Travato. Vanlife Luke, he loves it. So many places for him to stay. Look at this. His bed, treat area. He just loves the Travato. He's currently outside enjoying the warm weather we're having here in Austin. Take your pets with you. So rounding out the good is this bad boy right here. Can't tell you how much I love this ginormous fridge in a Class B. It holds so much food. It's just crazy. Look at that, it's a half a gallon of half and half. And that's just the fridge. The freezer is equally as huge. Costco-sized veggies, fruit, cod, ice cream, sausages. Having that size fridge and freezer just makes the galley space so much more efficient. Love the size of that. It's actually functional for a full-timer like myself. Keep probably a week's worth of food in there, which is probably too much, but nonetheless, it is fantastic capacity fridge and freezer. So that rounds out the good. You've all been waiting for all the problems, I know. Warranties, repairs, expenses, what it doesn't come with. I know you've been chomping at the bit. Gotta do the good stuff first, guys and gals. So let's get into the bad. So we're gonna start out with the bad, and that is water capacity. This is tank fill, 18 gallons fresh. City fill, continuous. The problem is the tanks won't drain through, so you're kind of limited to the 18 gallons in my opinion. And I really rarely use this. Actually, I don't use it at all. I just use the tank. But the tank size is really tiny. So what I do is I carry 3 separate gallons, 1, 2, 3, of fresh water right against the back door. 3 gallons in addition to the 18 that are on board. And that works out pretty well. I use this first for drinking, coffee, whatever, and I use the onboard water for the bathroom, toilets, and sink. Insult to injury on the fresh water capacity is the gray and the black. And those capacities are really small as well. It's either 11 and 12, 12 or 11, but they are really small. And I wish Winnebago could figure out a better way. I would much rather have more capacity than storage of stuff, because that is the limiting factor I have discovered. Let's take a look at this. This is the utility closet, and I think we have James and Steph of the Fit RV to thank for this extra space here. And it is glorious space, enough room for freshwater hose, Santi-flush hose, and this is where the electrical goes. My challenge here is, it's this really wimpy, you see that? It's this really wimpy, decorative stuff. They've got this vinyl on it that immediately starts to peel off as you use these command hooks. But again, I don't think you can see that. It's just really wimpy plywood stuff. Wow, get in there. And I think this should be much thicker plywood. It's just simply a little stapled right here. So I can see a little staple right there. So I think this needs to be much beefier to hold the heavy items like electrical cable. That thing probably weighs 4 or 5 pounds, and the cables here. So I would like to see some improvement there. What are the problems? Where's the Travato trouble? Well, I've been really fortunate. The only Travato trouble I've had is in the radiator. The fastener came loose and it cut the radiator hose. Fortunately, nothing catastrophic. Caught in time. So that's one issue. Second issue, this blind came undone, I think because of sliding the door back and forth pretty aggressively, which you have to do, but this came undone. This too was fixed by warranty work, and all that happened is this bracket right here broke. Nothing catastrophic. The only issue I've had with the Volta system is it had to have a software reset, which the guts of the system reside under the bench seat, and because it wasn't owner DIY, I had to take it to a dealership. Thankfully, Lazy Days outside of Tampa really helped me out the day after Christmas. It was in and out with a software reset on the Volta system. That's the only problem I have had, and mine was one of the early systems. So I gotta believe they've refined it even further. So this is kind of a funny one. This is a TP door, and it was warped and replaced by Mick at Winnebago Motorhomes, his team. That's part of the bad, right? Warped TP door, fixed. And this is an issue I currently have that needs to get fixed underneath the rig right down here. So the tank warmer pads have completely come off the tanks. They're only being held in by the tank straps themselves. So pretty much ineffective. Will require a dealership visit, not under warranty because I'm out of warranty. More on that in a second. But that is something that needs to get resolved. Tank warmer pads have come unadhered, is that a word? From the tanks themselves. So need to work on that. That's a problem. So speaking of warranty, let's talk about the warranty. Some YouTubers really rail on Winnebago and their 12-month, 15,000 mile warranty, which I would agree is somewhat anemic. Certainly for somebody like me that is putting on a lot of miles and using their rig pretty good. So the standard warranty, as it shows on their website, is currently 12,000 miles. 12 months and 15,000 miles. My warranty ran out about 15,000 miles ago. So everything's on my dime at this point. Not great, but I have had no issues. I've had so few issues. My confidence is really good that I'm not going to have any issues. Now every rig varies, every user, every owner experience is going to be different, but I got to tell you, I just continue to be impressed with the quality of the workmanship and the way the fit and the finish. Now it's not a pleasure way of one of those with really high refined finishes, but overall I have been super pleased with the quality of the rig and haven't had to have any warranty. We'll have to pay for the tank warmers for sure. I often get asked what would I change in the rig itself. Let me show you a few of those things. I would put these in the bad column because they actually are kind of Winnebago needs to step up in my mind in a couple of these cases. Let me show you. Here under the TV, kind of stupid. It should be right here because that's where things would get plugged into. So what I have currently is a nice big extension cord that runs down under the seat and is under here. You can just see it right there. Should have an outlet here. The outlet placement here in the galley is silly. If you're plugging something in, it sticks out and it snags. This should be right there. This one's okay. There's an outlet right there. That's good. Then there's an outlet in the bedroom above, and that's actually probably okay. The thing I would like to see change is more color scheme options. They've come out, Winnebago has, with a new walnut, plus this, and then the macchiato. And after seeing the rigs in Europe with the white, I think I would love to have this in white or cream color. I think it would make this feel so much bigger and brighter. The dark wood is just that, dark fake wood, and I think a really nice cream or white would make this feel 100% more contemporary. What do you think? Of European RVs, if you saw the video I did on that, this whole thing here I think needs to be rethought out. Worked with the European ones. It was 3 long drawers about the same height. It was 3 long drawers that you could really put a lot of stuff in. These are kind of, you know, they're goofy size, and I think it's mostly because the plumbing is associated in this cabinet, but I think it needs to be redesigned and reworked because I think there's a lot of wasted storage. I know I do. I think it's largely because the mechanics and the systems behind this probably just need to be re-engineered and put flat against the wall and or buried into the floor a little bit better than they currently are. Currently, nothing is in the floor that I can be really aware of. All the pumps are above the floor. So I think this could be redesigned very easily, and you have a heck of a lot more capacity, and that would be an easy fix for Winnebago to keep up with the Europeans. What do you think? Is my number one problem the internet, as in a lack thereof. I have two of them. This is from Verizon. It's a little jetpack. I leave it right up here. It's unlimited, but it's actually fairly limited, although I do get a fair amount from them. I have two of them. I have that one from Verizon, and I have this big bad boy right here. This is from AT&T. This says it has a battery pack, but it's really powered by 110 volts. I'm only using this as a backup to that system, and only when I'm running the 30 amps off the Volta system or plugged in to the, let's show you how this works. Got a video coming up on this. I'm going to get into some of the specifics here, but the number one problem that's bad is lack of internet, because most RV parks have the worst internet. Video coming up on that very, very soon. Got 5 ways to improve your internet situation that I have learned the hard way. Bad internet. So this is something that I wish it was a little better at, and that is ground clearance. I solved my problem by putting in Sumo springs, aftermarket. It lifted by about an inch. Every inch matters, but still I would love this rig to have better ground clearance. Now you can get involved with changing out springs, the leaf springs. Not doing that, but I think that these should come from the factory with the Sumo springs added. I know that the Travato National Park Foundation Edition does, so that's kind of a validation, in my opinion, that Winnebago knows these could use better ground clearance, and it stabilizes the ride a little bit better. Bad ground clearance. After working with my partner, Embassy RV, I've learned something here that's a bit of a pet peeve of mine. Let me show you. It's very fixable by Winnebago, and what the friends at Embassy RV have done is actually taken and put a big rod like this, so it acts as a grab handle and a back seat stop. This is something that Winnebago really needs to come up with. Absolutely doable. The grab handle is nice, but having a backrest that's velcroed so the cushion doesn't flop around, and just a more sturdy hand grab, I think is something that they need to get on. Bad. Lights are off, lights are on. There is no in between. They need dimmable lights, in my opinion, across the rig. Otherwise, you've got to come up with your own mood lighting. Channel at all, you know that this is a bugaboo of mine, and this is the shower drain. And it's built above the floor line, which makes it really kind of hard to drain entirely. You have to come up with this gimmicky, which I've done, which is my cheesecloth, because the, sorry, it's kind of gross, I've been using it, but there's a stupid filter that's in this thing that plugs up like instantly, and so I've solved that by using the cheesecloth, like that. You saw that earlier, and this goes over the top to hold the cheesecloth. But this drain, I think, needs to be rethought out and buried into the floor better. It's using a pump to get the water out anyway, so I think this could be done better. Good. Winnebago, reputation, quality, great dealer. Winnebago Motorhomes, Volta Pier 3, fully self-contained, 4-room floor plan, gasoline engine, a stand-up desk, convertible front lounge. The Travato shower is amazing. The Travato community, I haven't really talked about that, but having the Travato Owners and Wannabes Facebook page, tremendous encyclopedia for everything Travato. The garage storage, maximizing space, all the little cubbies for where to put things. The Murphy bed, don't have to take your bedding apart to flip the bed up. The windshield, front windshield cover. What does that say? Oh, surprise others that it's a Winnebago. I love that little surprise element. YouTube, the Go Small Live Large family, you guys are amazing. I tell you that all the time, seriously mean it. Propane, I have a propane option, which I love, and the awning style windows, and you can take your pet. The fridge and freezer, amazing. And I didn't talk about this, but the storage under the bed does not have drawers. It has sliding compartments, so you can utilize really long storage along the wall. So that's the good. Rounding out the bad, water and waste storage. I think this needs to be rethought. I'd much prefer to have more capacity than storage stuff that I don't need in most cases. Stronger utility wall, we talked about that. I have had minimal repair issues. Radiator hose, Volta software set, window blind, TP warp door, and the tank warmers. Literally, folks, that is it. The warranty, yeah, this should be a little bit better. I totally agree. Color scheme, give us some more options, something more contemporary. Outlet placement, we talked about that. The galley cabinet, I think that needs to be totally rethought. Internet, not Winnebago's fault, but they've actually included a wire place now that goes up into the roof that you can access that from the inside. So they're kind of working on it, but internet continues to be a huge challenge. Ground clearance, get your sumo springs. Jump seat backrest and handle, that's, I think Winnebago needs to fix that. Dimmable lights, and the shower drain. That definitely needs to be addressed in my opinion. I hope you enjoyed that video. I really enjoyed making that with you. To sum up, 1 year Travato, expectations absolutely over exceeded on every account. So few issues, such tremendous learning, such tremendous new experiences. 28 states, 30,000 miles, and we're just getting underway. You are amazing. Each and every one of you in the Go Small Live Large family. Can't thank you enough. You are the reason I'm doing this. That's the reason I'm doing these videos, is I take this learning and I share it with you, and I take that so seriously. I know you probably got a million questions. Some of that is very subjective to the owner experience on your own. Share with me. That's what this is all about. And if you got something out of it, give it a thumb up. Let's a like. Let's others find it. And visit my website. You can see where my itinerary is next. We got a whole bunch of cool stuff coming up. Wi-Fi videos, water videos, more Embassy RV stuff. Tampa Super Show right around the corner in January. So stay tuned. I'm breathless. Until we see you again, I wish you to journey on. Five, 10, 15, 17 recommendations specific to RVers from my learnings from 1 year on the road. Check out that video coming right behind this as part 2 of 1 year Travato ownership, the good and the bad.